Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. In the last episode we obtained, amongst other things, the Spider Ball, which now allows us to cross over spider rails. And it's used in a number of puzzles, including this one, which is possibly the most annoying puzzle in the game, so of course I'm starting an episode with it. So, it seems nice and straightforward. We come through here and you activate a bomb slot. That now reverses that conveyor belt we went on, and we go through here. There's some flamethrowers in the ceiling, but you can largely speaking, ignore them. Then here you have, some moving lasers. There is no way through the moving lasers, you just have to wait for them to move. Keys in the name. We can hop up here. No, we can't. Yes, we can. Ow, no, we can't. Yes, and then we can get up past the second laser grid. Ow, and there's the third one. Ow. Ugh. It's the whole thing of morph... Oh, there we go. Morph Ball is real slippery. Like, once you start moving, it's quite hard to actually just stop easily, because you have to just press the opposite direction. You can end up overcompensating really easily. You might think you're done. We are only getting started with this particular puzzle. Now's where it gets a bit challenging. So we've got a box there to break, and we fall down here. Now this is where it gets bloody annoying. So you've got to hop onto these platforms, and if the jumping between platforms, and again, as I say, stopping, weren't so difficult, we've got lasers. Holy shit, that made it easy. I made it look easy. That took me so long when I was practicing this. Ow! Oh, well, you know, that was going to come soon. But I'm prepared for this. I've got spare batteries ready to roll, because I've been burned before, and I dropped my old ones on the floor, but I'm sure that's not going to matter. Let's put that in there. Look at that. I'm also using rechargeable batteries. Welcome to the future. Oh, and I recharged my batteries into a massive pile of Phazon, which is less than good. Right, let's try that again. Oh, there we go. So, here you have to do a weird little two-part thing. So you need to hop onto this. Then you'll see there's that kind of platform going above us. That has actually got a spider rail on it. So once you get close enough to it, zoink, you stick onto it. I think the last one with the three platforms with the lasers on them is, generally speaking, the rough part of this. And I got past that actually incredibly easy. So that's a good sign for this episode, if I'm honest. Once you're at the top here, spider along there. And you're damn near done. When you're here, drop a bomb, and you'll launch yourself up to a missile expansion. That is usually a lot more fury-inducing than it was there. That was actually pretty straightforward. Now, time for a new enemy. Yes, you didn't think these things were going to remain dormant for long, did you? This is a large mechanoid. This is an Ingsmasher, rogue assault drone. Mechanoid capable of generating earth-shattering shockwaves. Energy shield can be breached with opposite polarity beam systems. These are very much an elite pirates from the first Metroid Prime. I think they'll be based on very much the same code. So it's got the dark thing up, so hit it with some light shots. And you should break through that shield. Wonderful, once the shield is down, charge a beam shot and see what it does next. Once it's doing that, good, it's doing the cannon. That's a great shot, time to shoot a super missile into it, and it's doing that as well. Basically, you don't want it to throw up another shield, but generally hit it with super missile. Oh, it's got a friend. That's wonderful. Did I really gonna make me fight two of these at once? Right, so that one's got a dark shield up, so we'll hit it with a light shield up, so we'll hit it with dark. Right, it's now onto, why am I using a light beam? Fuck me. Everything's happening. It's doing a lot of shockwaves, which I'm trying to jump over. Oh, and that did a good bit of damage to it. I just don't want the other one to sneak up behind me. That's a second super missile. I think usually it takes 3, perhaps 4 to kill them. Okay, dark up on this one. So, let's go over here. A few light shots. Takes the dark shield down. And then, let's fire a super missile over at that one while he's definitely doing the shockwave. That should kill him. Wonderful. And let's see if we can very quickly kill this one. Amazing! We actually took out 2 Ingsmashers simultaneously, relatively easily there, all things considered. That was actually pretty good. Now over here, we have got a portal which takes us to the culling chamber, and I'm going to activate and use that. So here there is another large spider section, and as you can see, it teases the reward right in front of you. Oh, Dark Pirate Troopers, wonderful. Well, we haven't fought these guys since we got the Dark Visor, and that makes them much easier to fight. Because before they were dimension-hopping bastards, now we can track them while they are being dimension-hopping bastards. They can be killed as easily by hit them with a dark blast, like a charged dark blast, and a missile, and they die in one. They're actually extremely easy to kill. It's just normally you spend ages waiting for them to materialize. With the Dark Visor, that is no longer necessary, and they're a very non-threatening enemy. They're a bit annoying because they always lock down any room they're in. I'm pretty low on both beam ammos, actually. So, what we want to do here is get that dark key. That's our challenge. It's kind of teased in front of us, and we have a fairly large spider section in which to do it. Oh, good. More Dark Pirate Troopers. Where'd he gone? Ah, well, he's hitting me, so he can't be that far away. Indeed, he's there. And bam. Easy. Right, where is the actual entrance to this spider system? I believe it's here, maybe? That's a hard no on that. There we go, it's that one on the side there. So this is, you'll be pleased to know, much easier than the one we just did, which also seemed relatively straightforward. You just gotta hop down, go into there, drop a bomb, then move the fuck away from that bomb, because otherwise it'll throw off the spider rail, and just like that, grab our first key for the Ing Hive. Wonderful. Now we're going to actually head back to Sanctuary, and we're going to head over to the reactor core. So, the first thing we're going to do here is go on a Resbit hunt. We're about to do something extremely, not extremely difficult, but something that's extremely, for want of a better phrase, fuckable with. And what we want to do is reduce all possible sources of fuckery, and Resbits are the epitome of sources of fuckery. So there's 3 of them to take out in total, and Dark Blasts are your nicest way of doing it. I'm actually going to try and break some of these crates here, because we're running dangerously low on dark ammo. I think I've never actually talked about what happens if you run out of beam ammo, which is it's not the end of the world, because obviously you won't be able to open certain doors and portals and stuff like that. And indeed, of course there is a way around that. What you do is, when you're out of ammo, you can charge up the dark beam to do a single dark shot. Not a charge shot, just a normal shot. And the same with the light beam. So if you run out of ammo, that's kind of how you actually get more, because obviously you have to scan the opposite type in order to get it. From down here, we have another translator door, which behind it, leads to a little room. Actually quite a big room. Another one of those beams of light we saw one a few episodes ago, and remember that one for the future as well. But the main thing here is the map station. So, let's have an actual look at Sanctuary proper. Sanctuary is split into kind of 3 main floors. You've got this kind of lower floor, then you've got a middle floor there, and then you've got an upper one right at the top, which isn't really a true floor, it's just the top of it. You've kind of got 2 main floors. And we've still, as you can see, got a huge amount of it to explore, and if we were to, like the Ing Hive, we've been basically, even though we've been in and out a couple of times, we've never really left a room, so... But we will be sorting that out fairly soon. Not this episode, I think, but in a few episodes' time we'll be doing stuff. We're actually largely done in Sanctuary for now. We need to go out and explore a lot more outwards with our spider ball. But for now, what we're going to do is this puzzle in this room. So, take this morph ball cannon and hold Z, because you land on this spider surface. And now we do a little spider puzzle. There's a little trick that the old spider ball does. If you use the boost while you're on the spider ball, it throws you off. And you can jump between these platforms, and quite handily, the game shows you exactly where to jump from with these little red platforms. As you can see, that one was electrified, so jump on it when it's not electrified. This one is safe, I believe, but our next one also becomes electrified, so wait for it to start. And then wait for it to stop and hop over once again, and then do our final jump up to this platform, and then jump over onto spider ball rails. There's a lot of very cool spider puzzles in the game as a whole, but Sanctuary specifically has quite a few of them, and they're just well cool. Hop over to that one with the boost. So yeah, energy tank. Bombs jump you up, boosts jump you off the rail and into kind of something else. So, as I say, we're actually done in Sanctuary for now. We got one more kind of thing to not so much do, but show. If we were to try and go out of here, then, well, 2 things will happen here. Number 1, as we enter this room here... Okay, those Ingsmashers are going to come back to fuck me later then. I thought they were a thing now. Through here, I believe this tunnel's now got diligent drones in it, so I'm going to switch to the dark beam just in preparation. It's not yet. Worth knowing. Oh, look! It's blue spookiness. When that starts floating in the air, that only really means one thing's going to happen. You should know what that is by now, but in case you don't, let's head back to the entrance to Sanctuary Fortress where we are. Thanks for saying let's head back. Oh good, the dark prick blew up the entire bridge. Fortunately there are other ways back. I'm going to regenerate a little bit of beam ammo because I'm somewhat in need of that. Well, that didn't work particularly well. I got a little bit of light ammo and spent a lot of dark ammo. So, for getting across, what we have to do is now we can spider our way across, so we're not as trapped as we may seem. We can head up here, and then over this vast expanse. And it's bits like this that, well, this reminds me weirdly of two games, and two different parts in games. Partly reminds me of the Palace of Twilight, couldn't say why, I think it's just the kind of outsidey area. So the Palace of Twilight Princess, that of course is the outsidey area with kind of big open stuff. It really strongly, Sanctuary Fortress, specifically Dark Sanctuary Fortress, because the colour scheme really reminds me of the Black Throne in Darksiders, and I mentioned that at the end of Darksiders, and I actually used it as a chance to hint that this was going to be my next Let's Play. Which I think was quite cool. I don't know if anyone picked up on those hints. I also, when I was speeding through combat sections in Darksiders, I used quite a lot of Metroid Prime 2 music as a cheeky little hint. And I do that, so, you know, if you want to know what my project is after this, I haven't dropped any hints so far, but do keep aware of hints, especially musical ones when I'm speeding through areas. Anyway, we've got a lot of exploring to do. What we're going to do now, map please, is head to Torvus Bog, and we're going to head down to the Under Temple in the kind of lower reaches of Torvus Bog. So, that was only a few seconds for you, but that was a very long trip for me. We now have a spider ball rail here, which means there's a lot going on here. We can now access a lot more of the dark version of the kind of the deep Torvus Bog area, and there's a lot to be done here. So the first of these is fairly straightforward. We fight a boss. So, this is the Power Bomb Guardian, which is basically just a dark sporb. Power Bomb dropping darkly. Target can generate and fire high-yield explosives at will. Only massive kinetic damage will destroy this enemy. What does massive kinetic damage mean? Well, it's dropping a roof on the guy. So, our mission is relatively straightforward. He's less than being a boss, he's more of just an irritant, really. You got 4 bomb slots to hit around the level. You got that one to the left there and that one to the right, which are both pretty easy, so I'm actually going to ignore them for now. My advice would be this: focus on getting the 2 further ones first. Note I'm using bombs to kind of transition between the rails, and I got hit, which is a real shame. So let's ignore going that way for now and try and go the other way. These 2 are nice and close. There's another 2 over here, which are quite far away. I'm going to stay up there actually for now, because he's dropping power bombs. Oh, bugger. You can sometimes, if you get hit, successfully land. Back on the thing, but if you are flashing red, basically you can't grip onto spider rails, and the game definitely knows that. And he's a little shit as well, as you can see like that. He does, he anticipates your shots and he fires ahead of them, and as you can see, the power bombs he drops have a hell of a range, so don't be a little shit. There we go, let's drop down onto there. I said, oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh, okay, guess I'll activate that one. So that releases a kind of lock from the ceiling, and there are 2 reasons why I didn't want to do that. Well, 1, really. He now fires power bombs faster and more regularly. Every bomb slot you hit means his attacks become more regular, which means it's even harder to get over to the further bomb slots. Let's jump up to there, and then again. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, that was close. And I spat on the microphone, but nailed it. So that's the far one in that direction, done. You can go all the way around from there, but it's actually best for us here to go to the left and try and get the further one, that one, because this one immediately here is super easy to get, so we don't even need to bother with that nonsense quite yet. Let's drop over here, drop over, again, no, I can't drop. Let's go up, drop, oh! Cocked that up. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, I don't feel like I should have survived that, but I did, that's all good. Right, round here, this gets us to the 3rd one. I think you're immune from damage once you're in a bomb slot, by the looks of it, so that retracts the 3rd thing. Which you'll notice this is actually, despite the fact we've not actually done anything to him yet, each one of those is reducing his health. Because what we've got to do is remove those 4 locks, and once we remove that, we can safely drop the ceiling on the fucker. And that apparently counts as reducing his health, at least it's just knowing you're doing the right thing. With the 4th lock released. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said massive kinetic damage equals drop the ceiling on him. So what we need to do now is get up to where the... I was going to say where the upgrade is, whatever it might be, but you've seen enough of this game to know it's hardly surprising what the Power Bomb Guardian is going to drop as his weapon. Anyway, once you're... Oh dear, that nearly went really badly. We're about to do that section at least. That section to the right is there's some real nonsense going on there. I've been using the word nonsense a lot today. I don't know why. Once you're up here, you can stand up safely and turn around and receive your prize. So we now have power bombs. So this is one of a number of reasons why we had to leave Sanctuary, because you can't get much further in Sanctuary without power bombs. While in Morph Ball mode, press D-pad down to drop a power bomb. Power bombs can destroy materials tougher than Morph Ball bombs. Indeed, anything that says it's made of Denzium is now a potential target. Up in the top right, you will see we have 2 Morph Ball power bombs, which is not a lot. If we drop one here, we can now also open yellow doors, which is very nice. And that opens up a huge number of areas, both in Sanctuary and outside of Sanctuary. And we're going to be doing a lot of work with the Morph Ball bombs outside of Sanctuary over basically the next 2 episodes, I'd say. So we're now in the Under Temple access, and we actually don't want to proceed up there. What we want to do is we want to just get up there. Can I do that with just a single space dump? Yes, I can. Just straight through the portal here. I'm going to do the old reversing trick because it looks cool as fuck. So, now we're weirdly back underwater and back in Aether. We need some more power bombs. There we go. So that glowing widget is a power bomb ammunition. And we've only got 2 for now, so we need both of them for what I'm about to do. What am I about to do, you ask? Great question. Let's head up to... So we're going to stay within the Deep Torvus Temple and go over to the Gathering Hall. So here, there's already a lot of stuff going on, as you can see. There's grapple stuff, there's spider ball points, there's everything. But the first thing we need to do is drop down, and there's this glass underneath us. Floor covering is composed of transparent Denzium. Attacks from the local creatures have weakened it considerably. Let's crack it in entirely. And this opens this kind of basin area below. We then have this plug here, which, surprise, surprise, is made of Denzium. Exposure to the polluted waters of the bog have weakened its structure, so drop a second bomb here. This is why I need to make sure we had 2. With that done, I thought it was a cutscene, but it's not. It just drains anyway. We now have access to a very nice half-pipe system. I don't know why. We couldn't necessarily have done this underwater, because we could have possibly done it because we had the power drain. Power drain? Gravity boost. Why did I say power drain? I've been playing too much Halo recently. As you can see, we hop onto a little side morph ball system here, so we need to get around to here. Then when this majigger is in position, I said, oh no, we need to boost, because remember to transfer between rails that way, horizontally you boost. And then boost into your bomb slot. So we've energized one of that statue's eyes. That statue always reminds me of... Anyone played Xenoblade Chronicles? Nothing looks like the Bionis. I think it's just the fact it's got, like, what appears to be a horn on its head. Oh dear. Oh, those poor little platforms are now trapped on the land forever. Oh dear. I don't like... Right. Slight personal peeve here. After you get the spider ball, that red blob on the side of the Dark Suit's morph ball module becomes a lot more... not bigger. And I must say, I don't like it. I don't know why, but it looks like a kind of... How come I'm managing to boost up that side fine and not this one? There we go. Oh, I got on there and I boosted straight off. It looks like a pustule or something like that, like a spot, like something biological. It does not look as nice. I've been considerably praising the design of the Dark Suit, but that just looks kind of... I don't know, I just don't like it. Call me weird, because I am. Let's be honest at this point. So, now we're onto this side. We need to obviously, it's exactly the symmetrical puzzle. Slap a bomb in the other bomb slot. And then we energize another one of the not Bionis' eyes. So, as you can see, that now gives us access to some missiles. Missiles are a really strange one in this game. Sometimes missiles are like... Oh, bloody hell. Trapped in here. Sometimes, like, to get a missile upgrade is like a 2 minutes job if you're just like, oh, there's a door I haven't opened before. Like a power bomb door or something like that. Go through it, grab missiles immediately. So we can use the grapple beam to get over to there, and then up from there. See, sometimes, yeah, it's just like, oh, there's a door you've not opened before. Missile expansion. But then other times it's like, oh, you're going to have to do like a 10-minute puzzle for missiles. It's never a clear... Like, puzzles of that complexity, I wouldn't be surprised if that led to a energy tank. It never does. It's, well, that particular one doesn't. But sometimes you get puzzles which are actually less complex, which lead to an energy tank. So it's a bit of a varied one. Anyway, we'll hold the episode there. So thank you very much for watching. We've explored much further into Sanctuary Fortress. But now we've left Sanctuary to go and explore with our power bombs outside the world. Next episode, we're going to be exploring back in Torvus and back in Agon, looking for things we can now get through now that we have the Spider Ball and the power bombs. Thank you very much, and good day.